When things don't align, they break apart. When people are not meant to be, somehow something happens, they just won't be. Oftentimes, it's not because you are a bad person or because you did something wrong. Because if we actually want to look into it, what is love? It's not to overlook all these things. Love is supposed to look at things unconditionally, love you from your imperfection and all of that. So if a breakup happens in a relationship, chances are that you both are not meant to be, or it's not aligned, or this is not the right time. So you have absolute right to mourn the dead relationship. Yeah, when things die, people mourn. And when your relationship that you must have invested time, money, effort, whatever dies, you have the audacity to mourn that relationship. And like in real life, we all have different ways we mourn things. On today's video, we are going to talk about things you need to do when your relationship breaks. Stick around. Stick around. My name is Ify and this is my YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about things that we were not taught in school. So your boyfriend or your partner broke up with you. That's okay. You don't need to cry so much over that. Broken things can be mended back again. Not necessarily with the person you got heartbreak from, necessarily from yourself. You can heal the heartbreak and look at the lessons this particular thing has taught you. It's always about you. It's always about you trying to expand, trying to grow, trying to nourish your soul, trying to vibe better so you can do things better the next time. Let's look at what you need to do when your relationship is over. Stop discussing about him to your friends, to your families, or what you did. Why can't he understand? What in the world is this? All of those memories you gathered and all of those things you had wish he see or she sees better. You should just stop talking. Because talk is like you fueling the memories. The pain will keep expanding until you forget about it. Find a way to heal out of it. The first step you have to take is, after you have looked at the way the things are, mourn the person. Stop talking about the person. Stop discussing everything with your friends, with your family. And if someone come around to sympathize and remind you, oh, I can't believe, is that what happened? Just tell the person that you don't want to talk about it now. Find a way to stop talking about that person. After the first time the heartbreak happens, there's this need that you want to be talking about it, if you talk about it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop. Just stop. Stop talking, because all of these people you are trying to explain things with, they're not going to help you do nothing. The only person who would have been there and wouldn't have allowed you to talk to all of these people is the person you broke up with. But this person has chosen to break up with you, so you don't need to start talking to anyone. Play it smart and stop talking about him, period. Don't ever be tempted to call his relatives. Cut all ties. You want to tell them so they could talk to him, and oftentimes that trick doesn't always work. Because do you really want to be in a relationship where people talk to people to be with you? You know what I'm saying? Like you are chasing love. And we all know that chased love is not real love. So he is an adult. If he actually misses you, he knows the right thing to do, or she knows the right thing to do. None of you are children. So cut off those ties of trying to involve the relatives and friends to talk him into coming alive to see things the way they are. You need someone who would love you and stay solid. Not someone who is going to love you and then changes his mind and then people talk him into coming back to you, and then no way. You do not need all of that drama. Cut it off. While you're going through the mourning processes, the best, smartest thing to do is to enroll yourself into gym, yoga, something that dance, something that will be taking you off home, and when you're done doing that thing, you come back home and sleep off. So most times exercise help a lot, yoga help a lot, meditation will help you a lot. So when you are done, come back home and sleep, and believe me, over time, most times from 3 months, 90 days, you start seeing the effect of what you're doing. But at first it looks like it's unbearable. You miss the person, you miss everything you both do together. But I keep asking this question: if they do not miss the same thing the same way I do miss it with them, what's the essence of me chasing them about to remind them of the memories that only me is carrying? What happens to them? How come they are not remembering it? How come they are not having that memory, and that memory should bring them back home? How come? So this is where the act of selfishness comes in. When you look up, because I mean, it's both of you that shared those memories. So if your partner is not remembering all of these memories, it shouldn't be one-sided. If your partner has forgotten so quickly, then it's not a lasting thing for him. It didn't hold much water for him. So, and that is a clue for you to let the sleeping dog lie. Most times after breakup, one thing people easily do is to hop into a relationship. Now, this new relationship is a way of trying to heal the current one that is breaking them. Honestly, this has never been a better way to fight. The best way to fight is to stay strong and try to heal. Heal on your own. Heal to the extent that you do not even need to be around anyone to be happy. You draw strength from your inward being. You pay attention to the lessons this relationship has taught you. You pay attention to the mistakes made in this relationship. You pay attention to the promises that got broken. You see things the way they are. This time for you to sit and observe how things eventually play out, and your own mistake, what you didn't do right or what you overdid right, because it's not just about one person, it's two-way thing. It could be you who has been the enabler in the relationship. You enabled so much. You allow the person to get away with a lot of things. You do not allow the person to be accountable of so many things. There are some part of you that must have played a role that brought to the stage of breakup. Whatever role that you have played, it's time for you to talk to yourself, observe, and see things the way they are. Try to heal. Not time to hop into no one. Heal. Heal so you do not bleed on the next person. So hopping into a new relationship is not the cure, but hopping inward into your selfhood, into your personal relationship is one right path to healing. And when you healed, eventually you realize that you do not even truly need that person you thought that you would have died some months back, that you are alive again. You are whole. This is you. So take the lessons. Another mistake people make when there's a breakup is to call the person. If the breakup happened to be cheating, they made their partner with someone else, they'll be tempted to call the other person and ask the person, why are you with him? Don't you know he's my man or my woman? Why do you do this, that, yeah, that? No, this is the time for you to play classy. You do not owe that person nothing. The only person that owe you all of that is your partner. So since your partner does not respect what you both shared, then let it be. Then let it go. Just be. Just leave. You understand? Play the classy one. Allow the doors to settle. Because the truth of the matter is that if it is meant to be, it will be. I know when people say if it's meant to be, it will be, people will argue and say, no way, I don't believe that. If it's not meant to be, stars sometimes do align and things will work out for you the way they are meant to work out for you. And if you are a believer that what is meant for you will be for you, it will eventually be for you. But if you do not agree in that, then it won't be for you. If you're even on default, it will work for you on default. So I am a believer that what is meant to be will be. And truth be told, no matter how rough it seems, love would always win. And what is meant to be would be. Get into the comment section and tell me if you have had any harsh breakup that you have survived, what it's about. Get into the comment section. And I promise you I'm going to reply each and every comment. If this content is what you like, why don't you go ahead and click on the like button, subscribe to this channel so that this channel will be recommended to much people. Thank you.